Alright, so today we'll be installing some nice new HID retrofits in my truck. See, these are just the halogens. Right now I have LED bulbs in them. So these are the new retrofits I made up. If you guys want to see a video of that, just let me know. There's all the hardware you need. So it should be pretty simple. So let's get started. Okay, so pop your hood. First thing we'll need to do is take these headlights out. I always like to disconnect the positive battery cable before we do that. So the first thing we're going to do is just get rid of this flapper here. It's ripped off anyway, and then take the headlights out. Okay, so to take them out, I guess I should mention there's just a few bolts up here, one right there, and then it should just pop right out. Okay, we got the light out. It's pretty easy. Next thing we got to do is figure out where we're going to mount our Morimoto conversion harness. So this goes from the halogen to the HID ballast. So you just got to figure out where to mount it. I think I'm going to mount it right in here beside my PCM. Looks like there's a little ground there, if you can see it. So yeah, mount it there. Okay, so that didn't work. The wires weren't long enough by the time I ran it, so I decided to mount it right here. This is the battery box. Just put a nut and bolt through there, and you should have plenty of room to run your wires where you need to run them. Okay, once you got that connected, it's pretty simple. This lead right here goes to your OEM harness, which is this one right here. This goes to your passenger side ballast, and then the bulb. One thing, you need to ground it. And then this one here goes to power. You see there's an inline fuse box. And then this one here goes to the driver's side. So you just got to run it along the top here. Okay, I got the ballast mounted in the truck and grounded. So now we should be able to hook up the jumper that goes from the other side of the ballast to the light. And then this one here to your OEM harness to this. Okay, so I ran the wire along the top here. You can't even see it. The only problem was I wish this harness was maybe a foot longer. It was pretty limiting to where I could mount the ballast. Anyway, I'm not too proud of this, but mounted it on that rubber flapper there, so I kind of tried to protect it with some foam. We'll see how it works anyway. Zip tied it. There was nowhere solid for it to mount, so and like I said, I didn't have much wiring harness left here. The next thing we got to do is figure out which of these wires is your parking light and which one's your signal light. So the way you do that, you just got to hook your battery back up and hook up a voltmeter. It turns out that this top one is the ground. It's the only one that's green. I think you can see. The one in the middle here is your parking light. Focus. The middle one's your parking light, and the bottom one, so the yellow pink, is your turn signal. So if you have switchbacks like I do, you need to wire them, splice them. So these are the wires for the switchback. You just splice them into those. And the way I'm doing that is I got these little, I think they're called Scotch locks, but essentially they're like an inline splice, so you don't have to cut your wire or anything. So I'm not going to hook up my turn signal for this. I'm just going to have it use the parking light alone. I don't want my halo being a turn signal as well, so we'll see how it looks. Might change my mind later. Okay, I got both sides for the halos spliced in here. My running lights, this is the little ballast you get. Like I said, I wasn't going to use a turn signal on that, so that one's just going to be tie wrapped and taped up for now. Next thing we got to do is just put the lights in and hook everything up, and we're good to go. Okay, so I hooked everything up. Looks great. It was a little hard to get the plug done, but you really can't see much here. It won't focus, but yeah, there's the halo. Can't see in the garage, but there's the cutoff. It looks really good. Lower on the driver's side, not to blind people. Yeah, all in all, it was a pretty easy install. Just took me a long time to figure out where I'm going to mount everything. So okay, so for the ones of you that are in Canada like me, one thing you got to make sure of is that you turn your daytime running lights off. You can't run them with HIDs because it just runs at half voltage, and the igniter cannot handle half voltage. It's got to be full voltage. You'll burn them out instead. So yeah, you just got to turn this off. Lucky thing is I got one of these. You're probably gonna have to go to your dealer and just get them to do it. It's pretty simple. Just go in here. It took me about 10 minutes. But here's what the final product is on the garage door. It looks nice, and the high beams are great. So yeah, didn't take too long, probably about 3 hours by the time everything was complete. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Not too hard of a job. Thanks for watching.